Today we're going to go over a little bit about perspective. Some people are always, looking for motivation. They don't think they have the time to accomplish their goals. They don't think that they can achieve any type of result in fitness because they've got so many things pulling at them from different directions. So this is what I'm going to break down to you guys, that it is super possible to achieve results in fitness. You just have to have the right perspective, because getting results in fitness has a huge return on investment. I'm telling you, it's good for the psyche. The more you look good, the more you will feel good, and as a result, you will do more good. So think about your most depressed friend. All right, yeah, you guys got someone coming to your mind. They are moping around. They won't pick up your phone calls. They won't reply to your texts. They are just in the dumps. And maybe yourself, when you've been feeling kind of down and just not happy with life, you are less inclined to do what you want to do. Because let's face it, every human being needs progress to achieve fulfillment, to achieve happiness. And especially if we are not feeling good, we can't do anything that's going to make us happier. So you can see how this is like a vicious cycle where people just can't break the chains of depression. But I have a solution for you guys. You just focus on what you're working with every single day, and that's your physique. It's what you bring to your job. It's what you see in the mirror. It's a physical thing that you have to deal with every single day. So my thoughts are, if you improve that, it will certainly improve your life. But we've got all these fucking excuses. Got so many damn excuses. I talk to so many people about their fitness goals, and I just hear all these excuses that I can relate to because I used to have them. But with the right perspective, you can overcome these excuses and achieve so much that you didn't even think was achievable. So we got excuses like, I've got no time, which we'll break down in a second. You definitely have some fucking time. Work is getting in the way. You don't have energy after a whole day's worth of putting in that work, right? You don't have the motivation. Well, you just don't understand that looking better is going to make you feel better and do even better. So you have to identify this and get some type of result to get the train rolling, right? Once the train starts rolling, it's hard to stop it. It really is. But the reason why most of us are feeling kind of down and depressed, and it gets us into this state where we are not proactive, where we can't do much, right? It's because we're feeling out of control. And we need to have some type of control to feel good about ourselves, to have that fulfillment and happiness. So it's time to take control, right? This means going to sleep earlier. Try adulting for once, right? Waking up earlier so you can execute on your fitness goals and your mental health before you even get to work, right? You have to take control and be a little selfish and do things for yourself. So many things we don't have time for that we want to do for ourselves because we have so many things pulling us in different directions. It's time to be more intentional, go to sleep earlier, wake up earlier, and then take care of yourself, because it's a huge return on investment, right? Because once we look good and feel good mentally and physically, we're able to do even more than we ever thought was achievable, especially if we're coming from kind of a low headspace, right? So it all comes down to perspective, guys. It really isn't that difficult to achieve results in fitness. I mean, yeah, it is. It's difficult with the wrong protocols, and with a lot of hard work, you can outwork a bad strategy. But the perspective is that, and these are tips for anybody, Like you can definitely achieve a ton of results by executing on these things. So the perspective is something you need to think about. It's only 1 hour per day. Like seriously, it's 1 hour of focusing on your fitness, maybe like an hour and 30 minutes. I feel like that's a good time. But you have to think about it in the grand scheme of things. I did the math and I took 8 hours out of the day, right? For 16 hours per day. And that leaves us with 112 hours per week to do things. Less a 40-hour work week. That brings us to 72 hours every single week to only take care of 4 hours of helping yourself feel better by moving your physique forward, the easiest thing to make us feel better. Seriously, 72 hours out of the week, and you can't even find 4 hours out of the week to do that. This is the perspective that I have lived by for many, many years. I always knew that I could execute on at least 1 hour per day on any given day. And as the years went on, I've become a psychopath. I'm on day 79 in a row consecutively of training, right? There's just leveling up as you go through the whole process, right? Lifting more weights, doing more sets, getting more quality reps in the gym. And this even comes down to the frequency of training, but all you got to do is 4 hours per week and you got 72 hours. And this is the perspective, guys. Now, some of you guys are handling the training frequency, but you guys aren't tracking your calories. Like you are shooting in the dark, not only with your calories, but with weighing yourself too. And the next perspective is, it only takes 5 minutes a day to track your calories. You got 72 hours in a week with your busy schedule, working a full-time job and sleeping for 8 hours. You can't find 5 minutes per day to track your calories. That is 35 minutes per week. This is very attainable, guys. But some of you guys are like, oh, I'm too tired. I don't have time. Well, no, it doesn't take any energy. MyFitnessPal is pretty easy. Like you just hit the barcode scanner and you scan the food. It'll tell you an egg is 70 calories. And you just hit that you ate 6 eggs, boom, it's tracked. No effort at all. Technology. What do you know? But that's 5 minutes per day. And then weighing yourself every morning, because you gotta weigh yourself, all right? Like, most of you guys are just looking in the mirror and going based off that. Like, I got some clients that enter my program, they don't even know how much they weigh. And then they think they're under 200 pounds, but when we weigh them, they're like 210 pounds. It's like, how do you know the hours that you're putting in the gym, the calories that hopefully you're tracking are meeting your fitness goals and pushing you in the direction that you want to go? You must weigh yourself every single morning as a measure to see if the protocols you're executing on, implementing, are doing what. It's not even like, are they getting you results? It's like, okay, I'm gaining weight, I need to adjust. Okay, I'm remaining in the same weight, I need to go lower or higher. It is data, right? We need the data to make the appropriate decisions to go in the direction that we want to. So we're talking an hour a day, 4 times per week, 5 minutes to track your calories, and then 10 seconds to weigh yourself after you take a shit. It is seriously like not that hard to execute on. But if you do these things, you're going to be much more aware, and it's going to help you change your physique. You're going to transform on your own without my help, right? Because I'm an online fitness coach and I help my clients with the best protocols and strategies. It's just, if you do these basic things, seriously, basic things, you will transform, right? And then the last thing I want to touch on is self-control. Like, no matter if you're bulking or cutting, there's always junk food around, right? And most of the time, this junk food is what's really kind of ruining people's lives, right? You're low on energy, you're running on all this like non-human stuff, like high fructose syrup and cooking oils and stuff. It's not natural for the human body. You're wondering why you feel like shit is because you're eating all this unnatural stuff. You know, it builds self-control. Tracking your calories, seeing how these whole food options are playing into your weight gain or weight loss, and then looking in the mirror and seeing the physique changes, you're going to build self-control to stay away from those junk food options, just like I do. I've got so many snacks in this house right now from Costco, and I mentioned Costco because it's like a whole box of Oreos, multiple sleeves. I get like massive bags of chips, huge boxes of biscottis, the biggest boxes of Ferrero Rochers you've ever seen in your life, right? But I have maximum self-control, right? I've just attained this over the years, and this is what fitness gives you, right? And what did I talk about in the beginning of this video? It's all about having some type of control. You feel the way you feel because you feel like things are pulling you away from what you really want to do. So take control. Wake up a little earlier. Control yourself from not indulging in those, bad foods. Like, I have them in my house because, I regulate myself to like one serving per day if I feel like it, right? And once you get to this type of proficiency, you're going to feel a lot better because you have complete control over your physique. What next are you going to take control of? So just hit the minimum training days per week. Track your calories every single day. It only takes 5 minutes. And then weigh yourself every single morning to know where you stand. If you got a lot of different measurements like fat, muscle, whatever, it's all, just use the same scale so you have the best read on the numbers and how they're moving. But all I need and all I use is the weight, right? Because it just gives me some data points to work off of. So guys, you do all these things, I guarantee you're gonna look a lot better, you're gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna do a lot better, all right? If you want the most extreme results, if you guys want to get ultra intentional, go into the description, fill out my application. We will see if you are a good fit to work with me, and if you are, I'll change your life, all right? I'm gonna get you your 365 impressive physique. You're gonna be looking very similar to me. That's always the goal, and it is gonna be completely sustainable. I guarantee it. So like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Good to see you guys again. Until next time, peace. We in this.